Okay, I am back. I am not sure what is going on with my volume and all that. I mean, not my volume, but the blurriness. So when you come in, let me know you hear and that you can hear me and everything is good. Okay. Let me see something here. I think everything's okay. There is a big glare right there in my face. I don't know if it's the camera or what, but we're not going to worry with it right now. But I think it's going to be that light. I don't know if that helps or not, but okay, it could be this one behind me. It could be that right in my face. Okay. We're going to go ahead and get started. I was sharing the cards earlier that were for, I have two of them here with me. The other one is at the shop where we'll be doing the card class. But let me show you. There's the envelope. And look how cute that is. I stamped and colored all these little images right here. This back here is pattern paper, the DSP that goes with the suite. And then I colored these with my Stampin' Blends. So we'll be making this card. It sets like this. Of course, I always stamp on the back with the Stampin' Up logo and handmade by Catherine Stewart. And then here's the envelope. I'm not going to put those back in the package right now. Let's set them back here. And then this one right here. We're going to make this one at the card class too. And then I stamped the envelope on that as well. This isn't Stampin' Up envelope, but everything else is. Turn my little rainbow on behind me. I don't think you can see it. And then I made this one, playing around. This one we will not do at the card class. The other one is the butterfly card that we will be doing at the card class. But here is the other little Easter card I made that will be at the shop available to purchase. They all will be available to purchase. Well, the ones I'm doing in the card class that I just showed you, those will be available to purchase after Monday. But this one will be in the shop to purchase tomorrow. And whatever else I make. Okay. And I was just going to share with you, look, this Storybook Moments Suite. And it comes with, it's a big suite. And you don't have to buy the whole suite. You can buy it just by the bundle, like this stamp set and the dies bundle, and this, or either this stamp set and those dies. And then here's the coordinating gem, or they're called antique pearls. We have the ribbon that matches, and there's two different papers, pattern papers that match. This is the specialty pattern paper, and it has 12 sheets, 2 of each, 5 double-sided designs, and it has 2 sheets of die cuts. I wanted to share with y'all the die cuts. I haven't used any of the die cuts. I popped them all out of the sheet because they're the sheet where I wouldn't lose any. But look how cute the die cuts are with this. These would make great to pop up on your card, to do scrapbook pages, to do in your journals, to do in your, I don't know if you're familiar with mini albums, but those are just plain adorable. And these carrots. This suite is just adorable. I don't know how else to put it. The rabbits kind of remind me, they're kind of like vintage. And the little ducks, aren't those so sweet? I get excited. Look at that little mouse in that teacup. So cute. I hope everything is okay and y'all hear me. I don't see anybody commenting. And then this little rabbit is so cute. But it goes on and on and on, all kinds of little pieces. The little flower pots. I had fun. There is different ways you can, look at the wheelbarrow. Oh, good. I'm glad everything's okay. That was stressing me out. And I'm going to get off of my face and let me put it to the view where you can see better. I didn't realize it. I'm sorry. Let me put it on where you can just see my screen. But I did want to say hi, and we're just going to play around with this beautiful suite. Let me get out of that and into that. Okay. Now maybe y'all can see better. I don't know if I can zoom in. No, I ain't gonna mess with it. Is everything like you can see pretty good up close and okay now? Look at that wheelbarrow again. I can see it better now myself. That little mouse in that teacup is so cute. And then it's just, there's a hat. Look at these little pictures. Little butterflies. This set comes with the cutest little, look at the little duck. Oh, good. Thank you, Robbie. And look at the little watering can. And look, the radishes. Okay, that's, there is, you get 2 sheets. And so I popped them all out and put them in here. Look, there's some strawberries. Oh. All right, that's the die cuts that come in that suite. And then you have this pattern paper up here with all the plaid. I'm just gonna, you get it's a 6x6 paper stack, and it, oh, it don't tell me there how many sheets. Oh, 48 sheets. And I think you get 4 of the designs. Let me look. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 designs each. I do. You're fixing to see me do some stamping. Look how pretty that is. I know that was just a quick flip through. Let me show you. I've done used. This is the specialty paper, and I have already used some of it. Look at that. Don't those are like little vintage bunnies, and I believe the dies, you can cut some of these bunnies out with them out of the paper. I like how they do that. I don't know which one right off. Let's see. Let me grab my dies over here. They were over here. I have this thing, little bowl here. It's magnetic, and it keeps them from losing them. But here's the little dies of the bunnies. Let's see. All right, it ain't that one. Here it is. It's this one right here. Yep. See, you can line it up there and cut that bunny out of that paper, or you can stamp him. So I'm taking it all the bunnies that, let's find that one. This one here. Yep. If you have a die for it, you can cut it out of the paper. Isn't that awesome? I've been playing with this, so my sheets, you get 2 of each, so my sheets have been cut up. I'll be using this one for the card class. There's a whole sheet. Look at that little rabbit in the wheelbarrow, and look, he has a little baby one in the wheelbarrow. And they're double-sided, so let me move my scraps out of the way. Look at that side. Isn't that pretty? And this is one of my favorites. You can cut these up and make your front pieces for your cards. And I love the frame. That is another thing that comes with this set. It comes with the dies, has 3 different frames. And I'm wondering, no, it won't cut it out. But I've seen the cutest little projects with these frames, those dies. So let me move those out of the way. This is the back side of it. Okay, and then look at this one. Very cute. I stamp on the basic white, we call it basic white cardstock. And look at cute, cute, cute. Look at that. Oh, look. The little houses. And then the little squirrels. I've used one of these. So I only have one. I love that color. And then what I love about their paper as well is they tell on the back side of the cardboard piece you get, which mine is somewhere. I have that piece of cardboard, but let me look. Oh, I see it. They all come really packaged nicely. They come in this cellophane, and it tells you all the colors right there of cardstock it used and inks and everything, because all of our stuff coordinates. We have coordinating cardstock, ink, the alcohol markers, all that. Now, the next set is this one right here. This stamp set right here and those dies. And here is, I guess I could have showed you the stamp set. This is the stamp set for the dies I just showed you. See, and it has all the sentiments. And it has that somebody loves you. This is a very cute set. I love this right here. You can stamp that and it looks like little carrots, or it is little carrots coming out of the ground. Then you have the other bundle. You get this, all these stamps, and then these, cut it out, and they always throw in some extras like this right here would be for the bucket. So you can add like the darker color, I'm trying to say, over it for, I'll show you in the book. Same thing for the watering can. Let me show you some examples. It really is a cute set, and I love the book because look, we're gonna make one straight out of the, this is the one I made that showed y'all. That one we're doing for a card class. I copied it, so I thought that was cute. I probably colored it a little different maybe, but look how cute that is. Oh, here's the example. Let me stand up. You see that watering can? You see how it has, it's cut out in the lighter blue, and then that other piece to it, which is this right here. It's a layer to make it a darker blue, and it kind of does your shading. And there is that piece I showed you that goes on the can. And look how they did the picture frame. Isn't that adorable? We're going to craft here in a minute, I promise. And then here's some more samples. Just adorable. And then look how they did this frame. And then they did some scrapbooking with it. Okay, so we're going to make today, I want to copy one of these in this book. I think I'm going to do this one because I think it'd be fun. I get to color and show you how those Stampin' Blends work, because Stampin' Blends are our alcohol markers and they blend. But let's make this one. I'm going to do that one. All right, so what we're going to start with is we have the basic white cardstock. I'm going to take a piece of that. We have some very good cardstock. The colors are through and through. This is just the regular basic, but we have a thick white cardstock too that's good for card bases as well. All right, so that looks to be a standard size card. Robbie, can you see this okay? Looking down at, is it close enough now? Is that a lot better? I was going to ask you about that. So to make a card that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, we're going to cut a lot. They're good. So we're going to take it this way. This is an 8 1/2 by 11 sheet of cardstock. And we're going to take along the 11-inch side and we're going to cut it in half at 5 1/2. I'm just flying by the seat of my pants. I didn't have anything quite planned. I just wanted to do a card and come live and show y'all. Okay, on our Stampin' Trimmer, we have a scoring blade as well. So I'm going to move the cutting blade out of the way, and then I'm going to score it at 4 1/4. Okay, and then I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to pick out my pattern paper. And it looks like they used this one right here. I thought that was pretty. Let's see. No, they use this one right here. I think. It doesn't matter which one, but they are both pretty. And they're double-sided too. That's what I love about this paper. I like the double-sidedness. Alright, I got some extras over here to stamp my images on. Let me get those. Okay, so I think I'm going to use this one. I really like this one. So what they did is they made this the size of the front of the card. They didn't leave any border or nothing. So when we fold our card, it is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I'm sure, yeah, 5 1/2. I double check myself, 5 1/2. So we're gonna cut this 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I'm no professional. I just love to make cards. I love handing out cards. I love sending cards. When I think about it, I'm bad about always sending, but I love to send cards to people. Okay, now we're going to take another piece of that white cardstock, and I'm just going to use what we cut off earlier, and we're going to make it, it's got to be on the top of the pattern paper, so I am going to make it 4. It might not be big enough, but we're going to do it. I mean, yeah, small enough. So 4 by 5 1/4. So I cut it a 1/4 inch smaller on each side. And that gives you your border. Look at that. Seeing that pretty? Okay. So I'm going to set all that aside. I'm going to move this trimmer. I have my paper I've been stamping on, but y'all forgive me. It's the last sheet, so it's been stamped on pretty good. I have some more that will be here tomorrow. So we're just going to put this right there and put our pieces over here. And I'm going to take my bone folder and give this card a good crease. Okay, and see, then it'll go like that, and then that'll go like that. But we're going to do our stamping. So this one don't even have a rabbit on it. We could add a rabbit if we wanted. And we don't even have to use any of the dies on this. So you'll get to see all the stamping. All right, watering can. And then you take your acrylic box. And stick it down to it. It looks like we use Memento black ink because we're going to be coloring with the alcohol markers, and it won't smudge this ink. So ink that up good, and it shows it to be about right here. All right, I'm gonna set that aside, and then it shows the these right here, sweet peas. Isn't that what that is? Sweet peas. Okay. And we're going to add it to the block. And we're going to stamp it. It shows, and it don't have to be exact how they have it. I just Mainly I wanted to show y'all how I color my stuff, and so this was a good card to share. All right, now we've got a carrot. Some of our stamps are the clear photopolymer. And then like this set I'm working with right now is our red rubber stamps. See the red rubber? And then it has the sticker that you put on that side. And I always kind of hold it down a second to let it, make sure the paper absorbs that. Now we're going to do the little shovel. Let me take the sentiments off of. Okay, we're going to stamp in the same color. There's all different ways to color them. We have all kind of techniques, and I probably will show you a couple of them because some of them I don't have the color in the alcohol marker. Yes, it is fun to color in, and I love the shading. I'm really learning in that shading. Let's see, this one has the strawberries, so we'll do the strawberries. You know, you want to make that special card. For your grandkids, for anybody, that cheer them up. Wouldn't that be good to send them a card and just cheer them up? Okay. I keep getting these notifications. Let me make sure it's not affecting the video. Okay. All right, now we have the cabbage. We need the cabbage. It uses about every stamp set in the set. But it's fun. All right, let me take this block. I have my big blocks, but I don't want to use that big block. All right. You can stamp on anything. These stamps would even be cute to stamp on your tags for your woodwork, you know, with all the bunny stuff that we've been doing lately. I think that would be sweet. Okay, now I want the sentiment out of this one that says happy spring, like it says on there. Let me see where it's at. I got hello friend, happy spring. Here it is right here. You know, I've been doing that fasting, and then you only eat between 12 and 6. So that's why I was like, I can't go live in the middle of that because I have to cook and eat. And so I was like, I don't know what time I'll go live. All right. I think that is all the stamping. Now the fun part is to color. Okay, we are going to do, it calls for Old Olive. I've been using the Granny Apple Green, but I'm gonna do the Old Olive. They're on the markers. These are alcohol markers. They're blending markers. There's a light and the dark. So I always like to start with the light. Okay. I'm looking what they did with theirs. But it's very simple. I mean, they do bleed through your paper, so make sure you have something underneath. I mean, once you color and do more shading, you'll see it bleeds through a little more. Did you do any crafting today, Robbie? It's funny, I'll get quiet when I'm concentrating. I just go all over it with the light color first, and then I'll do some shading and with my dark Old Olive. And that right there is just some twirly swirly things. Oh, and our Stampin' Right markers has the bullet in. I use that a lot, and then it has the brush in, like whenever you have larger areas to color in. I use the bullet in a lot. Okay, you making dinner. What you having for dinner? We just had dirty rice with some ground beef and smoked sausage, homemade smoked sausage. And color those. I add a little dark colors here and there. And on the peas, you don't have to make them all dark. Just I like to, skip one here or there. And just kind of do that. Let me show you how I love the smoothness of these. They're so pretty. Okay, let me finish coloring with the light. Color these carrots. I have a couple new stamp sets that I have been wanting with some scriptures on them. From Stampin' Up that's coming in tomorrow. And I ordered me some cardstock in colors that I was low on or I didn't have at all. Because come May, I think it is, they are going up on the price of the cardstock. I can't remember what they're going up, but so if you want to stock up, now's the time. Because we do have excellent cardstock. All right, now I'm going to take the Cajun Craze. And I got to watch because I'll get that mixed up with my Calypso Coral. See, they look alike. That's Calypso Coral. Okay, that's dark Cajun Craze, and this is light Cajun Craze. So we're going to use the light for this carrot. What brand of markers? These are Stampin' Up's brand. Everything I'm using is all Stampin' Up. Tacos, refried beans, and Mexican corn. Yum, yum, yum. Oh, that does sound good. These are, yeah, they're all Stampin' Up. Oh, I have been wanting scripture stamps. Yes, I'll have to show you. I have one that's current that you can buy right now, and then the other ones that are coming in, they're still available because every year Stampin' Up retires certain stamps. Okay, you see the dark little lines I put in there? Y'all will get to use some of these, or Eli will get to use some of these markers in the card class Monday, because there's going to be a lot of coloring. I hope he likes coloring. Let me show you this one. Let's see. Here's one of the stamp sets, Robbie. It's Courage and Faith, and it has trust in the Lord with all your heart. May the Lord bless you and keep you. And it tells you actually the Bible verse where it's from. And everything give thanks, be of good courage, and it has the little greeneries. This is a very pretty set. And I want to use it. I think I've only got to use it one time, because I got hung up on woodwork but I'm trying to make time for both, because I love my stamping too. Stampin' Up is a big part of my life as well. I have been a Stampin' Up demonstrator since 2010, beginning of 2010 or the end of 2009. And I always love every year to see the new catalogs, and then we get the mini catalogs, which is the seasonal. This one that we have in right now is springtime, that I was showing y'all that this stamp set come out of. Well, our annual catalog is about to retire, and then they'll be coming out with a new annual catalog in May. They won't retire everything out of it. It's yes. I think you'll like it too. And I mean, we don't have to be in a hurry, we're going to enjoy ourselves. I only have 2 people signed up right now. I'm hoping I can get some more, but it is what it is. It's new, and I'm just advertising and starting. So I have faith that it will grow and we will have more people. I only am doing 6 people at a time right now till I get back in the swing of things. I will also, when I get all the details lined out, we will do some paint classes too on wood, some wood projects. Right now I'm going to do 1 class a month, card class, but I want to get up to doing 2 card classes a month. That was with the old olive I colored those with, and then I'm going to do a little outlining, giving them some more interest. I just love that. Look how vibrant that is. Y'all see all that beautiful color? I just love color though. I love I love watching things come to life as you make it. I just take this light old olive and just color the cabbage all over. I don't try to stay in the lines. I just color away. I guess I forgot my water. I thought I had me a water in here. Nope, I drank it all. Okay. Now I'm going to take and outline. And you can take your if you want to blend it in a little bit, I need to show y'all some blending. This is basically just outlining right now. But I need to show y'all how I do some of the blending the color. So like you won't see that harsh line as you see right now. I'm going to color the middle of that. Okay, then you can go back with the light color. And you just kind of, where that dark is, kind of do a swishing motion, I guess you can say, over it. And it kind of blends and it gets rid of those harsh lines. I'll show you. See how I got rid of the outline I made and it kind of blended to where it ain't so harsh of a line. I can do that on some of the others too. And make it look more blended. Okay, thank you, Robbie. All right, there is a lot of green on here, so I think I'm going to paint my handle red. Listen to me paint. I think I'm going to color my handle to my little shovel red. And then I'm going to accent it with a little bit of the dark. This red is called Poppy Parade, by the way. I'm sorry I haven't told any colors. All right. And then I need my smoky slate. I only have the dark in it because my light smoky slate dried up. So I'm gonna color this in. I'm gonna show y'all it's dark, but I'm gonna show y'all how I lighten it up. When you can buy the this color lifter, it's just got some clear stuff in it that lifts and moves the color. So let me show y'all. Like I want the edges to be dark, but like the middle of the shovel, I kind of want it to be a little lighter. Let me show y'all, lift that up and show y'all what it did. You see how I made it light in the middle where I colored? So that's a pretty cool marker there. Now it looks like they colored their handle here brown. So we have some pecan pie marker. Don't that make you hungry for pecan pie? We have a dark pecan pie and a light pecan pie. We're going to use the light. And color that. Then I'm going to come with some dark. And just add a little bit down that edge. It's such a little area, it's kind of hard to color, to shade on that one. The handle there, they made it green. I'm going to make my handle red. So I'm going to take this Poppy Parade. I'm on a diet, and my daughter told me yesterday we was over there, I'm making cheesecake. And I'm like, that is my favorite. Why you do that to me? Alright, I added a little dark touch of that in there, and I'm going to blend it out a little bit. I don't know who is all here with us, but if we got some more, say hello. Okay, now this pot, or the sets of pots, I want to show y'all there is several ways you can color these. If you don't have Stampin' Blends and you have the ink pads, so we're going to do, I'm going to color mine the Cajun Craze ink pad, and I'm going to use the Boho Blue ink pad. And did I get my yellow ink pad with me? Yes. And then I'm going to use the Wild Wheat ink pad. And there's this pen right here. You get a pack of 3, I think. I think they still come in 3. It's been a while. I've had mine for a while. They are called blender pens. They have the clear solution in them where you can pick up the ink and blend. Sometimes I put mine on a, let me show you what I do. Sometimes I open it up and I put a little bit on a block, like at the corner right there. And put that color right there. And put this color down here. All right. I have a water bottle right here that I'm going to add a little bit of ink to another block. I'm just going to squirt a couple squirts. You don't have to have the water, but I like using a little bit of water too sometimes because it kind of gives it that watercolor. But this is all I did. I added a few water to my clear block. I take this pen. You can dip it directly in this color. I'm going to take this Cajun Craze. So if you don't have the markers, look at there. You don't have to have them. Just get you a pack of these pens and use your ink pads, and you just kind of lightly do it on there, and you can get different shades. I'm going to add a little bit of water to the tip of that pen. And you got to be careful. A lot of people use the watercolor paper, and I have Stampin' Up's watercolor paper, but I didn't use it. And yes, this is a more extravagant card, I guess. It's a little time consuming. I tell you what, I'm going to put, there we go. I'm going to use some of that water. I poured some of that water in my ink. You got to be careful with this, doing it on your basic white paper because, you know, it ain't as thick as watercolor paper. But I sit there and tweaked on it on most cards and got it just like I don't want to keep y'all here all night playing with this, but it is fun. To me it is. Hopefully you like it too and I ain't boring y'all. And if you don't like that streakiness, just fill it in. But I like the different tones it gives. And it's like it's watercolored. See that? And that's wet. It'll dry. And I'll show you when it dries what it's going to look like. And then you can, if it's not as dark as you want it in some spots after it dries, then you can go over it a little more. Okay. And then you just take and rub that color off on a piece of paper before you stick it in another color until it runs clear, your pen. Yeah, it's a pretty cool technique. I really like it. And this one is going to be the boho blue. I like the watercolor look. I really do. And you don't want to press on your paper just real hard. I just kind of, see, I'm just kind of quickly. Because you can overwork it and your paper kind of balls up. All right, now I got it colored, so I'm going to add some dark. In certain spots. I love it. All right, now let's go to the wild wheat. I'm really trying to get my Stampin' Up going and out there a little more, as well as my woodwork. But I like having lots to offer you guys. I am on YouTube. All my videos go to YouTube. And then sometimes I may have a YouTube video that is not on Facebook. Sometimes until, because on my streaming app, this streaming app right here, I can only share it to just Facebook. If I paid for it, I can share it to Facebook and YouTube. So that's cool. All right, I need to do the rest of that. I didn't even do that. Let's do that. And me color that real quick in this dark. This one's called Smoky Slate. Then I'll do some with the color lifter and all right. And let's see now. I got all that off. I'm letting that dry some, and then we'll go ahead and color the watering can. And they probably used, let's see. I'm going to use the ink pad Pebble Path. And I'm going to put it on here with the water. Because Pebble Path is a pretty dark color. And I'm going to use this blending pen again. Kind of mix me up some water with it. Okay. Once I get it all colored in, then I'll add a little more dark. Sorry, I got quiet. I was concentrating. Make it look old. This is fun, though, to me, watching that come to life. I love it. I'm hoping to set up at Sell on the Trail this year. I'm hoping I can get myself together and set up for the Spring Fling March 22nd and the 21st and the 22nd here in 6 Mile. All right. I should have colored the rake and the shovel a little bit with this color. Too late almost. I'm going to add a little bit of it and see what it does. Add some just darker spots. I mean, you don't have to color it like this. You can get as complicated, easy as you want, complicated as you want. You can just color them solid or whatever you want to do. But just wanted to show y'all those options there. And I think real quick, I want to do a little stuff on my carrot real quick. All right. And you see how that the pots have dried a little bit. They still look cool. I'm going to go ahead and leave them. I'm going to add a little bit of more of that darkness. I'm just going to layer it some more where I can get my look I'm going for. And then a little bit of that blue. Do a little bit of that wild wheat. All right, I'm going to call that done on that. And we move all that out of the way where I won't be touching it. Here's if I want it to dry a little faster, I just take my little heat tool. It will bend and warp your paper a little bit, so I flip it over and over. All right, now there is one more step. I forgot. Where's that wild wheat at? They added a little water. Hopefully I won't make a big mess, but I'm going to take a paintbrush. Let me find my one I do use. I'm going to take one of these paintbrushes like this. Dip in that water. I might have put too much water. Add a little more of that ink because I want it kind of a little darker. All right. And that'll wash right out of your paintbrush. Okay. Let me wipe that up before I do. Make a mess. Okay. Now we can dry it a little more. I tell you, that yellow is not the wild wheat. I want to add a little bit of the dark. I mean, it's fine. I like it, but I want to add a little bit of the dark speckles. Let me see how that looks. Yes, I love that. Look. Okay, now we're going to take and add some glue to the back. You know, no, I'll tell you what. I'm going to add my little foam dots, my Stampin' Dimensionals, we call them, to the back to where it is set up on that layer. I use a lot of Stampin' Dimensionals. Tell you, let me add 2 more in that corner. I just don't want it to bend. And I just take something and press them down, and it lifts up that little backing. And then take off the little backing. It does. It turned out pretty cool. It's fun. Instead of using paintbrushes, we're using markers and blending pens. I was doing to see if I got all the backings off. That's why I was doing it like that. Oh, not down yet. Now we're going to center it. Okay. So we have that. And before I put it to the card base, being this is white, I don't have to add a writing thing. I usually cut some white and then put in there if I've used a colored cardstock, but I didn't. So what I'm going to do in here, I wanted to do the pots and lay over, but I don't guess I will because I'm just going to stamp the strawberries and color them real quick. That won't take me as long to color because I don't want to keep y'all on here all night. And I would do it off camera next, but I usually would take and stamp the envelope as well. I was looking, I should have had. I was going to take the remainder of that paper. There we go. You can also do this. Add a little bit of that, bring a little bit of that color up front. I'm going to take and glue that down. I'm going to leave a little space, I think, at the top. No, I'm going to push it all the way up. Yeah, I'm going to push it all the way up. Okay. Just bring a little bit of that color around. Now I'm going to color these real quick. I know you probably ready to eat you some supper, huh, Robbie? Okay, now take the old olive light green. Oh. Well, I'm glad you stayed on watching me through all that. I have to go clean my kitchen when I get off live. I cooked and ate. Now I just got to go clean it. I was up till 2 o'clock this morning. Making cards. When I finally get in a groove, I don't like to stop. All right, now let's glue down the front. I didn't glue it down yet, just in case I didn't like how the card base came out. It's going to be the same size as the front of the card. Had glue on my finger. All right, if you want to step it up some, you could add some jewels. You can add some of these little jewels right here. These are the earth tone shimmer gems. Look at them, how they shimmer. I love them. They're cute. And I'm not going to add the green. I'm going to add these, what color is it, I guess? Does it say? It's the more brown or neutral color. And they have the bigger ones and then the littler ones. And it'll kind of help bring out that sentiment, maybe. All right, you guys. What do y'all think? Let me get all this pulled together and show y'all my face. Hi, it's me. I love this StreamYard. My upline told me about it. So with this suite, you can make so many different cards. It is so fun to do. I mean, I've been having a blast with it. I've been having it for a while, and I just ain't broke my stuff out and played with it yet. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I know it was a little long, but I'm glad y'all hung in there with me. And if y'all ever have any questions about Stampin' Up! Or interested in any of their products, just let me know. And thank you for the ones that tuned in, and thank you to the ones that are watching the replay. I hope y'all have a good night, and hopefully I can be back next week. And one day I'm going to get better at this and come back maybe twice a week with and switch it up with wood stuff and then card stuff. So, and maybe some journal stuff one day soon, I hope. So I know that light's right in my eyes. I have to figure out my lighting. But thank y'all, and y'all have a good night. Thank you, Robbie. Thank you, Jeff. I'll see y'all Monday at the card class, Jeff. Tell Eli I'm looking forward. Bye.